Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Scott, and today I am going to be answering your questions about presentation skills. I've received some letters from you, so I'm going to start by answering letter number 1, which is from someone named Lost in Laksan. So let's see what this person has to say. Dear Mr. Scott, why should we write an outline before presenting? Isn't it easier to write exactly what we want to say and then memorize it? Sincerely, Lost in Laksan. That's a really good question. Often, students feel more comfortable just writing out exactly what they want to say and then learning it by heart and reciting it. And unfortunately, this is not the correct method that we are trying to learn. You're better off by creating an outline, practicing with your outline, and then presenting with your outline as notes. The reason is that this will make your presentation sound a little more natural and conversational. If you simply memorize and recite, that can make your presentation seem unnatural, it can lack emotion, and it's really not as interesting. It just sounds like someone reading something. And we'd like your presentations to be more conversational and natural. Plus, when you are speaking from notes or speaking from an outline, you're actually developing a really good skill that you will need in the future. In the IELTS test, for example, there's a portion of the speaking test where you must write some notes and then speak from the notes. And so it's really important to develop that skill now so that when you take the IELTS in the future, you will have a lot of experience with it. That's a really good question. So thank you, Lost in Laksan. Okay, letter number 2 is from Confused in Kalbang. So let's see what they have to say. Confused in Kalbang. Dear Mr. Scott, why do we have to make a poster presentation in class? Isn't presenting with PowerPoint a more practical preparation for future presentations? Regards, Confused in Kalbang. That's a really good question. It is true that more and more presentations are done on PowerPoint than with a poster. And projectors are more and more common, and PowerPoint seems to be like the normal way of making a presentation. And it's easy to use. But the reason we do posters is, first of all, posters force students to think about their presentation skills, their speaking skills first, instead of being all consumed and worried about the computer. We've seen that when students present with PowerPoint, often their number one focus is on how many pictures they can put on there and the effects and all these things that really don't make a good presentation. Because in the end, it's about your ability to speak well and to have interesting content. So the poster, although it is kind of outdated and you may not have to do that in the future, it's really good for making you focus on the fundamentals and helping you to focus on your speaking skills instead of being distracted by the technology. But don't worry, you will do a PowerPoint presentation in the future as well. So thank you for that letter. Our third letter is from Nervous in Ningbing. So let's find out what they have to say. Okay. Dear Mr. Scott, I will be giving a presentation soon, and I am really nervous. Do you have any advice for me as I prepare? Sincerely, Nervous in Ningbing. Well, thank you for asking. I think a lot of students feel nervous before they present, and sometimes I've noticed that when students prepare, they actually do everything but speak. They like to write out what they want to say many times and rewrite it and then memorize it. And they spend all their time writing and memorizing, and they don't spend any time speaking. And as we said before, we don't want you to memorize word for word exactly what you're going to say. We'd rather you speak from notes, and as you prepare, to prepare by speaking. One technique that I think is really beneficial is just standing in front of a mirror with your outline and just practicing your whole presentation. You can even put up your poster behind you and present with your poster in front of the mirror. And this can help you just get an idea of what your presentation looks like. And hearing your own voice can be a very, very good thing for you to do as you prepare. So in the same way that if you want to be able to run faster, you need to practice running. If you want to be able to present better, or if you want to prepare for your presentation, you need to practice by presenting, and that means speaking. So I hope that you're able to apply this. And one more thing, also it's just good to have a positive attitude when you are preparing. One technique that people like to do in various skills is just visualize yourself having success. And visualize yourself doing your presentation, doing it well, and feeling good about it. And that can help you have a good attitude as you go into your real presentation. So good luck with that, nervous in Ning Bing. Well, that's all the time we have for today. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, please feel free to send them in. You can send them by comment on YouTube or on the blog, or you can just give them to me in class. And I will talk to you later.